It's a stadium known for its design, its noise, and a fan base so passionate. Brock, you know this firsthand. They've retired a jersey number for them. Welcome, everybody, to Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Up next, a contest that keeps things all in the NFC between the Atlanta Falcons and the Seattle Seahawks. Young Kweku has it all teed up. And away we go from Lumen Field. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Throwing on their first play. This one's to Andrews outright. And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already at midfield. Gets it for the first time. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Milrow. It's his targets. That's Torrey Horton. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on the route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after it.
And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Troy Anderson that time with the tackle.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, Milrow. He just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Went for that big shot. They wanted to get that highlight the first time they touched the football.
Yeah, this group likes to be aggressive, and early incompletion's not going to deter them. Sharpshooters, they don't stop shooting threes because of one brick, and they won't stop pushing this ball down the field either.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And our game starts with a field goal on the opening drive.
Not quite the same roar out of the crowd, Kate, that you're going to get with a touchdown, but still plenty of noise coming down, and that defense now gets to take the field with the lead.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. He fields it from the 8. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Pennick's going to throw straight away. Has him on the quick hitter. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Falcon first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
He puts some air under it deep down the left. He's got it inside the 25. He's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. Extra point by Koo is up and good. And the Falcons one up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive.
To kick off for Atlanta.
Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Fielded just shy of the end zone. And he breaks the 20 on the return, but only just. That is one up to the 21 and out of bounds.
At their own 21-yard line.
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. From the gun, Milrow. Did not like what he was seeing, Brunson. He's just going to hurl this one away.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Here's 2nd and 10 from the 21. Shotgun now for Milrow. Porting down the field, and he's got it. And he will get this inside the 30.
You know, Kent, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Things looking totally different after that last play. It's 1st and 10 inside the opposing 30. Line up the design keeper. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Milrow from the gun. He lays out over the middle to bring that one in. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Walker on 1st down. He's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with first and goal.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the game they did.
Pushing for the end zone, and he lost the football. And it looks like the offense was there to recover it. They're inside the 5. Ooh, let's give him a second there. Give him a sec. I'm going to imagine his heart's probably going, what, 150, 160 beats per minute right now, Brock, after nearly losing that fumble.
Yep, and it wasn't just a ball he dropped there. It was at least 3 points, too. But fortunately, that ball stays with him in the red zone. And now I'm really curious. It's one of those moments, Kate. Will they put the ball back in his hands, trust him again to hold on to it, maybe go get that touchdown you know he so badly wants?
Trying to find his tight end. And now they're left with 3rd and goal.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Complete on the option. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks with a slim 2-point lead early. PAT effort coming up. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks push their lead to 3. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And he wasn't chancing the return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Penix here from the gun. Short pass brought in. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. He did well to shake off one tackle partner, but the next one got him. He's going to lose yards. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Scoreboard shows 10-7. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. Back for our 2nd quarter. It's Falcons football. They start out with 3rd and 4. Staying with Robinson. That's the 1st down, and he's still going. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Penix working from the gun. Complete. It's Bijan Robinson. And this goes across midfield and into Seahawks territory.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the shotgun, Penix. Finds his back. It's Robinson. Crosses the 35. Still got more room. And he's finally brought down at the 33. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
First down now, ball at the 33. To the air with Penix. The left side is caught by Pitts. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
To the line and set. Here we go, first down. Penix is going to throw again. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
So far, this script, well, it's dictated some early looks for this running back, and now you're seeing the adjustment defensively. Not so easy on those checkdowns. Nowhere for that ball to go.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. They send a man in motion. Penix to throw again on 2nd. And cut in the end zone for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take a second quarter lead. Koo on now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Falcons take a 4-point lead.
14, Seahawks 10. Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. There it is. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks take the lead on the first play of the drive. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Well, this is the continuation of one of the greatest scoring seasons in recent memory, Brock. For the first time since 2006, we've got a running back who's reached 20 touchdowns in a single season.
Falcons 14. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. On the return, here's D. Alford. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Here's Penix. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there. And that brings up 2nd down.
Okay, we've seen this running back pretty busy here early on in the passing game, and not just with checkdowns. You could tell this was going to be part of the game plan, and I don't think one incompletion here to him is going to deter that effort.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Firing quickly is Penix, complete. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. That's 16 on the pickup. And that is good enough for Atlanta first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Penix on first down. Laying out for this one, and he makes the catch. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
It's Penix yet again. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Again, Penix to the air. Hauled in by Mooney, left side. And this is only going to be a small gain to the 42. Julian Love bringing that one to an end.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. And again, it's Penix. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Fits it through the middle. Reaches the 40. Hits the 20. And he's in for the big play touchdown. Oh, Brock, but there it is. Back down the field, we've got a flag, and I don't think this is going to count. Well, it has been an exciting one so far as we have reached our 2-minute warning. Seahawks with the lead here at Lumen. Drive begins with a walker run. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
At the 18-yard line.
Offense to the line. 2nd down. Running with Walker again. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down. to throw. 3rd and long. Pass brought in by Watson. And this is brought to a stop up at, let's say, the 34-yard line there. The end result there, 15 yards and a first. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Walker now from the gun. Continuing to move past the 45. Still going inside the 35. All the way, touchdown Seattle. The Seahawks grow their lead just before halftime. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown.
Hey, Kate, we're not even to halftime, and this guy has already got a game's worth of success. And the great thing is that, yes, it benefits him individually, statistically, but you know it just sets the table for everybody else because that play-action pass should be devastating.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
Now is Dixon to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Here's Penix to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Penix now to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. They're going to bring him down after his play rips off quite a chunk of yardage there, off to the 30. Now the Falcons trying to get everyone up and set here. On 1st down, here's Penix. He's going to push one deep down the right. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. That throw was looking for Kyle Pitts, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Not taking any risks here, keeping this one on the ground. And they hit big there on that 2nd down. Let's see if this play holds up or not, though. We've got a penalty flag down. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Penix looking to pass. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play. They were looking for him again, Brock, and for a moment, we thought he had another catch. But then that contact knocked the football from his hands.
Kind of become a victim of his own early success. Not too different, Kate, than a pass rusher that gets a sack. You know what happens? Got to slide to him, got to chip to him. You get a receiver that gets it going like this, you know more contact and more focus is coming his way.
Penix on 3rd down. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
The Falcons getting ready for the punt.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Looking to throw. And this one is launched downfield. This final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half. Now is Dixon to kick this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. Rolling into enemy territory. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. That goes for 32 yards. And that's a Falcon first down.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Throwing now on 1st down. Penix. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Second and 10, Penix to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Penix here from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
A full quarter to go, but they feel like they got to make their move now. They are going for this. 4th down, here's Penix. He's got it. That's going to be a 1st and more. He's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. Koo with the extra point. And the Falcons cut it to a field goal game.
Falcons 21.
The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st and 3. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Ball is set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. And into the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Milrow. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Milrow from the gun. And it's picked off, but, oh, yep, pretty clear he was out of bounds, so no interception. Incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Air it out on 3rd. He's going deep. He steps in and makes the interception. Picked off by Billy Bowman. Get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Well, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception.
We know that no lead in the NFL is safe. A 1-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. How many of these games so often come down to one possession in the end? With a half of football left, you just can't give away too many gifts in too many possessions.
1st and 10, around to Robinson. Nearly starts the drive with a 1st down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down. Another carry for Robinson. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a 1st down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
We've set it down from 37. On 1st down, here's Penix. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it's 2nd down coming up.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Ball stays at that 37. Here's 2nd and 10. Tight end going in motion here. On 2nd and 10, it's Penix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that's going to add some distance onto this upcoming 3rd down.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Will this drive continue? Here comes third down. Shotgun snap again to Robinson. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Offense staying out there on fourth. They say no to a 47-yard field goal. He's back to throw. That's cut beyond the marker. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. That is a clutch 7-yard pickup, partner. Pays off the call to go for it there on fourth down.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
They kick the running back in motion. Penix now on first down. Short pass brought in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Teammates notice when they got a guy willing to take it on the chin to get rid of the pass. That's a pass that's going to earn a lot of points with the other 10 players, not just today, but when they go back and watch that play on tape.
Second and 6 coming up here. Penix working from the gun. Pulls it at the 7. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
4 downs to get this across. Here's first and goal. Here's Robinson. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
Throwing Penix. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Anticipating the pass, defense out there in dime. It's third and goal. Play action. Here's Penix. Vacates quickly left side. And it's incomplete on third and goal. Not on the same page with his tight end. And that brings up fourth and goal. So now on is Younghoe Koo for the Falcons field goal. Pretty automatic look for him from the left. Koo able to put it through. And that will tie things up in the third.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Here's Walker running right. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. They're going to move the chains after a big play, 39 yards.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. After 3 quarters, we're still neck and neck. Neither side has been able to fully separate. It's been a high-scoring game so far, but we're still tied 24-all to begin the final frame. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Staying with Walker. His charge towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. We'll go play action here. It's Milrow. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's going to keep... Oh, no! The ball is loose! And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a 1st down on 2nd down. You're trying to create a manageable 3rd down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Throwing from the pistol. Penix. Completed over the middle. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play.
As any quarterback will tell you over the course of their career, it's not easy to deliver an accurate throw because you're about to get smacked.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Motioning the tight end now. From the shotgun, Penix. Don't get this one to Parker. And he's going to be brought down right at the 35. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that is good enough for an Atlanta 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the 2 of them.
From the gun, it's Robinson. And that carry only gets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is he puts some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road for what looked like a very plain play.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. To the air with Penix. It's into the hands of Mooney. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on throw, that's a go-to route to target.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Try and run here with Robinson. And that short gain is enough for a new set of down.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. So I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the 1st down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
First and 10 now from the 46. Here's Penix. Now trying to set up the screen. Here's Robinson. Into the secondary past the 40. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop-back pass. When you get a big play on a screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. First and 10. Shotgun handoff to Carter. And they'll only find 1 yard up the gut. Second down.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
At the 27-yard line.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Penix now. This one's quickly to Shakir. He's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take a fourth-quarter lead. Coup on now for the extra point. Coming in from the right, and they blocked it! They blocked it! Free up the middle, it's a breakaway! The 40! Into the red zone! And against all odds, they get the block and return it all the way for 2.
It's far from this kicker's first NFL campaign, but I bet you it's one of the first kicks he's seen turn into points on the other side. Hey, listen, fault is shared by everybody, but I'm sure he'd prefer this to be the last time it happens in his lengthy career.
After seeing his point after blocks, he's got to stay out there and kick it off. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
Take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
And into the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10. From the gun, Milrow. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Pistol now for Milrow. On him quick, and they bring him down. And that sack may change the next play call as it sends him backwards ahead of 3rd down.
We've learned how valuable sacks in a pass rush are in today's NFL. It's a bit surprising, isn't it, Kate, that that's their first sack of the game, but they found other ways to produce success on both sides of the ball, and they finally pick up a much-needed sack on that stat sheet.
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Seattle. Seahawks needing 4 points. Falcons bringing out an extra defensive back for 3rd down. He'll throw it. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Now an inside give to Walker. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient, he was explosive, and got a nice little gain on the ground.
He'll look to throw it. It's cut right side by Watson. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
Seahawks, first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
There's a design run. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain. Now Seattle going to call it second timeout. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
"35 seconds to go. It's 2nd and 10. Setting up to pass. To the left and pulled in by Cup. And he gets out of bounds to save that final timeout. This picks up the first down, too.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal. Here he is to throw. Finds Cup once more. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Now the Seahawks are going to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
At the 12-yard line.
Time not on their side here as they get set for first down. No timeouts remaining either. Back to throw. The left side caught by Andrews. He's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Five still to go here. This is 2nd down. Will Rowe from the gun. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. T.J. Turner comes up with it. And the Falcons make the play that should win them this game. Oh, man, Brock. They decided to air it out in pursuit of a touchdown that time. But it's intercepted, and the visit to the red zone comes up empty.
And that one stings, Kate. It really does. You have a limited opportunity of looks in that close, particularly as we get through the second half. But once you get, you have to finish with points.
Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Here's Robinson to start the drive. Tackle made right around the 26. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
23 yards. And the Falcons, first down. first and 10 at the 26-yard line.
So the Falcons will fly home with a win on the road. And it's harder and harder not to mention, Brock, the possibility of an undefeated season as they add another to their total here in the penultimate month of the campaign. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. A well-earned win for the Falcons as we say so long from Seattle.